Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. So today I have something very interesting. I will be talking about some juvenile plants, or some of them are maybe TC plants as well, which are tissue culture plants, and I will be repotting them, putting some right mix into them. And there are some plants which are not juvenile per se, but have reduced in size a lot, and I need to take care of them. So I will be basically be talking about and changing the soil mix for my baby Anthurium Clarinervium. This is the first plant that I want to talk about today. And then I have two other smaller plants, which are my baby Alocasia Black Velvet, and I have a begonia in here which needs repotting, and it's a very small plant, and we'll see. I think I want to change the soil because the soil in these plants right now is, I feel, not appropriate to what the plants need. I also want to talk about this plant a bit. If you can guess what it is, we'll talk about it. So that's the plan for today. Basically taking care of these small little baby plants, which are more like plantlets right now, not even plants, but I want to give them the right substrate. That's the objective, because I feel the substrate isn't working, or can work better rather, the plants can do better. So those are three things which have been pending for me to do since a while, so I thought it would be great to do this on a video. But before we proceed, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. I make houseplant videos and at times interesting unboxing and review videos, so do subscribe to the channel. And if you're returning here again, thank you so much you came back. It means a lot. So I got this plant maybe 8 months back, I'm guessing 6-8 months back, and it's grown a lot since then, and I try to give it this humidity dome with this glass vase that I have here. It's been pushing out new leaves for sure, but I feel that the soil mix it is in right now, though it's very nice, it's a very succulent kind of a soil mix, I have a feeling it could do better if it had my aeroid soil mix. So that's what I want to check. I also want to check the roots. I have checked them in the past and they are doing well. Like if you see here, this bit is actually a root, this green thing here is a root. So I'm not sure if it's needed or not, but since the plant is already in this stage and it's established a bit more than before, I think it will do well with my soil mix, because the new one, because I've seen my other plants grow really great roots with it. So that's what I want to do with this one. Coming to my Alocasia, so I've been keeping it in this Ziploc bag, and while you may think that maybe this is a corm which is growing out, it's not, it's a proper plant. There was a 4-leaf plant which eventually completely died off, and I think only the stub was left, but I let it be, and soon it pushed out this leaf which is now on its way out already, and this is the newest one. But I use this soilless mix, magic mix, which I really don't like, and I've never seen roots develop in it for any of my other plants, so I'm very stressed that this may actually be suffering with root rot even maybe. So that's the other thing I want to check. And the third one is my, oopsie, I have to be very gentle but I think I got a little rough with it. It's my begonia. It used to have really big leaves which died. I don't know why it died, honestly, but there's been a lot of growth, a lot of tiny leaves growing in this here, so sorry, here and here, a lot of new leaves. And again, this has some soil mix which is from the cellar, and I do want to change it. I do want to check the roots, because if I am keeping it in a Ziploc bag, I'd rather have my soil in it, right? So that's what I want to do. So let's get into it. this is how the roots are. Honestly, they've always been this big, so there is some new growth, but I'm happy I'm changing the soil today for this, for sure. So I've got my container all cleaned and washed up. I didn't want the residual soil from before. Not that that's too much of a thing in this specific one, it's fine because there is some on it and I'm fine for that to be there. Just gonna place my aeroid soil mix, which looks like this. That created a bit of a mess here. That's okay. Those are the roots we are working with. There it is. I don't want to press the soil too much because it was in a very airy mix, and even this one is a very airy mix, so I don't want to compact it too much and make it hard on the roots because they're pretty gentle. Moving on to Alocasia, black velvet. So this is the newest leaf, looking so pretty, so beautiful. I love it, love the colors. It's still kind of gaining its dark green shade. Oops. This one is, of course, like gone now. Yep, there was root rot. There was really bad root rot. I really hate the soilless magic mix that I got. Oh my god, it's kind of rotting completely. In a very bad shape. I'm so happy I've decided to open this up today. It's completely rotting inside. It's quite badly damaged, but there are roots on it and I'm hopeful about this. So I'm gonna throw this bit completely. I'm gonna throw the old soil. I hate it so much. I hate that soil so much. It has costed me a lot of plants. I will at the same time check this as well. These are whatever these are left of the begonia. It's got very fine thin roots, which is what of course begonias are known for. So just gonna change the soil for this. So there's a root rot here, but the soil wasn't really doing much. So I'm just gonna replace this with my soil. To be very gentle with these roots. They are very fine. Very fine. I should probably not touch them too much now. Okay, so I'm back. I have washed the alocasia as properly as I could, and I'm hopeful that it should be fine. I'm gonna use this plastic container for now. I've tried to make some holes in it with a screwdriver, and that's what I'm going to be using for this. And let's start with that. And I've got the begonia here. I've tried to clean out the root, which I think I could have avoided because a couple of leaves broke and stuff like that, but it's fine. It's all good. We'll see. There's this little baby one as well. That's done too. So these are all ready and I'm just gonna put them back in their Ziploc bags. I have watered them and I've let it all drain out. The water has drained out for a while now, and I'm just gonna place the black velvet and the begonia back into the Ziploc bags. I want to show a little hack here which I saw in one of the YouTube videos, which is when you are closing a Ziploc bag, you should just fill it with some air. So basically there's a little air which lets the bag have space for the leaves so they don't touch the sides of the packets and they don't get rotten. Like so. And now just for the conversation part of juvenile plants, I wanted to talk about this plant here. So at the beginning I'd asked you to guess which plant is this, and while I've featured this plant many times in my videos calling it the juvenile verrucosum, I won't be surprised if it's just a fuzzy petiole philodendron, because that's a problem with juvenile plants. I was sold this plant as a juvenile verrucosum, though I paid a lot for it. This is what came to me. Honestly, not even this, something very little and less, but over time I could manage for some leaves to develop, but I do have a strong feeling that this is not even a verrucosum. It's some other plant, probably the fuzzy petiole, and that's why it's very important to have good sellers who are selling you the right plants. If they're selling you a juvenile plant, they should mention that. I have had a lot of conversations with sellers, but this is not appreciated. But anyway, the good thing is that we have the plants with us and we can grow them to be what they are supposed to be. But I would advise that when you're buying a plant, be very clear, specifically with rare plants, where the sellers may sell you either node cuttings or propagated plants or tissue cultured plants, or the juvenile plants. Just get the clarity. Be very particular when you're spending too much money on a plant. And of course, for plants like anthuriums, which are way more hardy than philodendrons, it may work because anthuriums can be really expensive if they're mature plants, and a lot of times we are okay to just so that we spend less, we're okay to get a juvenile plant or a smaller baby plant. But be mindful that in the long run you may end up spending a lot of more time and it will try your patience. So it's okay to spend more if you're getting a well developed plant. Well, on that note, I am gonna stop this video here. It may not have been the most interesting one because these were some basic plant chores that had to be done, but I hope you watched it till the end. And if you did, please do like this video, and if you can, do me a favor, watch the next video. Bye.